Okay, so hello and welcome to yet another live stream. We've not done one for a bit of a while now. We're going to be continuing with our Telltale Batman walkthrough, which we've been doing recently. We've got episode 1 over on the YouTube channel. This is being live streamed on Twitch if you're watching the archive over on YouTube. So it might be a little bit different. We've not streamed for quite some time. We wanted to give it a bit of a try, have a bit of fun, showcase the new Batman Telltale episode number 1 on the channel. We're playing on Xbox One for you guys today. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy the stream, enjoy the video, and let's get straight into part 2 of episode 1 of Telltale Batman. Now the dreaded loading screen. Oh, here we go. So we're going to be continuing with episode 1. In total there are going to be 5 episodes by the end of the first series. Whether they do other series in the future for Batman, I have no idea. That's not public information just yet.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. A humble district attorney like myself is not used to such a ringing endorsement. Even one who cut Gotham's crime rate in half. For too long, this city has burned with corruption and greed under Mayor Hill's authority. But I promise you, a vote for Harvey Dent is a vote to finally put your foot down. And together, we can stamp out the fire and save our great city. If only Mr. Wayne, my campaign's largest backer, could have heard that applause, he would well, there he is. Fashionable and fashionably late as always. Say hi, Bruce.
Okay,
Hi, Bruce.
Well, I tee him up and he knocks him down. That's how Mr. Wayne and I do business. Thank you again, everyone, for your unwavering support.
if you're watching the live stream
Together,
right now,
we will change Gotham.
how's the stream going? A little bit laggy. Yeah, that might be the game. The game has got a few stability
for opening
issues
your house
on
to us.
the Xbox One PC.
I know this is the biggest
PS4
mansion in
and possibly
Gotham,
the
but I don't
other
think you
platforms
got
as well.
lost
I've not
on your
had a
way
look.
here.
It's a new game engine. It's the first time they've used it.
Billionaire angle.
And yeah,
The sooner we
it's
make
not
nice with the donors,
100%
the sooner everyone will leave
It's
you
not
alone.
100% stable.
Just wanted to make an
If you are
entrance.
looking at picking up the
Congratulations,
game,
you almost missed it.
I
You are a
suggest
pillar
you
of this city
wait
and
until
my
episode
campaign.
2,
I need
for
you
example.
here, tuxedoed and shaking hands. No one came here tonight to see me. They want to see the Bruce Wayne, am I right?
And I can see him just fine from here.
This shouldn't be painful. It's not a kidney stone. It's only a little FaceTime with potential donors. Your face, specifically, with a mouth that's saying, support Harvey Dent. We're the grease, they're the wheels. And they're rolling in enough cash and votes to help make Gotham a place for families again.
I'll do anything for Gotham. It's my home.
It's our home. This'll help you too, Bruce. Once I've turned this city around as mayor, you'll be a hero for funding my campaign. Now all I need is a decent slogan. I'm terrible at those. It always makes me sound like a used car salesman. Which, for the record, I have not been since before law school.
All right.
Have you guys
How
played
about
any of the Telltale games before? What do
a
you think
new
of them?
face
Or
for
have
Gotham?
you started playing the new Batman one?
You? It's not half bad. I'm gonna use that. Bruce, I meant what I said. Together, you and me, we change Gotham. A city free from crime, where children can play in the streets again.
That's what I want too, Harvey, but you know how rough it is out there. We have to shake things up to make that happen.
Well, we can start with a few hands, hmm? Come on.
Oz?
Mr. Wayne, I'd like to introduce you to...
Bob and Regina Zellerbach. Of course I know these two.
Hello, Bruce.
Regina here is the chairwoman of Wayne Enterprises, and her husband...
Voted for Mayor Hill last time. I'll admit it, Mr. Wayne. I don't know Mr. Dent from a pothole on Main Street, but I trust your family. If you believe in Dent, we believe in you. After all, whoever you support is a reflection on you.
And we trust someone like you to lead this city to greatness.
Well, thank you. But we're all here tonight because we want to make a difference. And that's what it's going to take. Every single one of us. Not just me, not just Mr. Dent. Everyone.
Right. Of course.
Old families like ours should flock together, you know. Like birds.
You're preaching, dear.
No, it's true. The Waynes and Zellerbachs are reminders of the golden age of Gotham.
This city's luster faded years ago, Mr. Dent. Look at Gotham now. Murder in the streets, corruption in City Hall, that Cape Bat freak dealing out vigilante justice like it's the wild goddamn West.
Oh, Bobby, regarding Golden Age, it seems you're getting cranky in yours. There's always hope.
Forgive me for being blunt, but one man can't save this city. And it's a dangerous mentality to think so. That's how you get creeps like this Batman.
I'd say it all depends on the man. Sometimes you need a person who will go off script.
Such as dressing up in a bat costume?
And taking out the criminals who ruin our city. Though the cape may be a bit much.
Don't worry, though. I am not doing this alone. With Bruce's help, we're replacing the dangerously unsecure Arkham Asylum
You guys looking
with
for
a state-of-the-art
Suicide
mental
Squad?
health
That's out,
facility
now,
to help
isn't
Gotham's
it?
most at-risk
Or
individuals.
next week. I
It
mean,
will be
later on this
dedicated
week,
to
sorry.
Thomas and Martha Wayne, in the hopes that their fate will never be repeated.
After
Obviously,
all your
depending
parents
what
did for
country
this
you're
city. Oh. To be killed in a botched robbery in some alleyway. It was terrible. Truly terrible.
A tragedy like that at such a young age must have been crippling.
If only that deranged man had gotten the right treatment, maybe... Well, I don't like to think about maybes. And I'm sure you don't either.
Well, thank you. I wish my parents could be here speaking with you too.
And thank you, Bruce, for investing in the health of this city's future.
You have our support, Mr. Dent. Go get him.
We're on our way.
Yeah,
I'm
quite
not
a
saying
few
I
frame
doubted
rate
you, but
issues on
that
this,
went better than expected.
which is a shame.
It is a night of ringing endorsements.
Oh, well, hello. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale. Not interested. And reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
This is a private fundraiser, Miss Vale. No reporters allowed.
Well, you don't mind if I stay and ask a few questions, do you, Mr. Wayne?
Well, you can ask me whatever you want at the press conference tomorrow.
Actually, I'm here for Mr. Wayne.
Actually, I do mind. If you're not on the list, you're not here. Sorry.
We'll talk tomorrow then.
Mr. Wayne, you've got something on your collar.
Is that blood?
Yeah. It looks like...
Oh, this? No, it's nothing. It just, cut myself shaving.
What, your butler didn't help you this time? Hey, kidding.
Do excuse me, Master
Little
Bruce,
bit of
but
humour in there.
another guest
Not a huge amount,
has
but a little
arrived.
I'm sure they'll find the bar.
You may want to greet this one personally, sir.
Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Falcone's never been convicted of anything except being a businessman who loves this city. Excuse us, Miss Vale.
And what kind of business do you think he's in?
The one that controls enough votes to get me into City Hall. This is the necessary evil of politics, Bruce. It's in the service of a better Gotham
Politics seems
for
to
all
be
of us.
screwed in the game and real life.
At least hear him out before you kick him out. Falcone requested to speak with you directly.
Jesus, Harvey, inviting a known criminal to your fundraiser doesn't exactly look good for your squeaky clean image.
Let me worry about that. A word of warning, Bruce? play nice.
You know, I've been in the market for a new house. Decent walk-up, sky-high ceilings, plenty of room for my cars. I think I'll take it. Though the decor offends my eyes. Oh, man, all flash, no class.
My family built this house. It's not for sale.
Everything's for sale, Mr. Wayne. And everyone. Just need to find the right currency. Carmine Falcone, thank you for welcoming me into your home. You're a respectable man, I hear.
Bruce Wayne.
I know who you are. The guy who's gonna sell me his house.
Gentlemen, perhaps we'll all be more comfortable in the parlor. Follow me, if you will.
I certainly will be. Especially as the guests are going to remember that.
You should know, Mr. Falcone, my analysts say we're raising triple what Mayor Hill had... Hey, what's...
Private audience.
Oh, come on, guys. Bruce?
You'll be fine out there, Harvey. I saw plenty of skirts to keep you busy for a few
see
minutes.
You, KKM.
Have a drink,
Have
talk.
a good time on Battlefield 4.
I'll bring Bruce back to you soon.
We talk alone. Just you and me. Sorry, Harvey.
Yeah, I'll get a drink or something. Christ.
Yeah, well, that's just like Harvey, huh? Wants to make sure the rules are followed. But in my experience, there's the law, and there's doing what's right. You understand? And I'd rather see Harvey actually help this city instead of just saying he will. The man talks too much. Chaps my face with words.
Well, I would say you can uphold the law and still do what's right.
To a point. No one gets remembered for staying in the middle. I ain't here to chinwag about politics, Mr. Wayne.
That's probably true.
Gives me indigestion. I got enough of that as is. So,
I don't know how this bit's gonna
let's talk relationship.
I'm also trying to work out how many sections there'll be in this walkthrough.
Chalk this for me.
This is part 2.
Be a pal. I can get Harvey the mayor's seat. Or I can pull it out from under him. Whatever happened to being a gracious host? Okay, imagine. This is me. And these are all my friends in Gotham. The businesses, restaurants, clubs, docks, unions, politicians. I make them all move. And I want to keep everything moving if Harvey gets elected. That's why I came here tonight to your lovely home, hoping to make a new friend. One who can help Mr. Dent see the light, if need be.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Hey, this isn't a deal with the devil. You listen to me, kid. I know somewhere
Maybe
inside that tuxedo you understand this situation.
We'll see.
Money gets money. The risks, the alliances, the hidden costs. Your father knew which hands to shake. And which to break.
Don't you dare talk about my father.
You're getting worked up over nothing. Hell, I knew him longer than you did. People don't say no to me.
I just
Not
did,
for long.
bitch.
Master Bruce, your guests are leaving. I recommend seeing them out. You wouldn't want to be rude.
Heed your butler's advice, kid. Oh, and I'm no longer interested in buying the house. The owner's a prick. And he's gonna get what's coming to him.
Oh. I felt fairly confident for a moment, and then I was like, Okay, so that's part 2 of the Telltale Batman now. I'm going to put on a little bit of music, to separate the two sections that we're doing in this episode, and then we'll be back very shortly. Just currently waiting for that advert to finish playing. Sorry about this, guys.
It's cool, right?
Good luck, player. Welcome to Miller.
Okay, so we're back for part 3 of our Batman Telltale walkthrough that we've been doing. This is part 2 of our live stream that we're currently running for you guys over on twitch.tv. If you are watching this on YouTube, this is an archive of our live stream that you're currently watching, so I can't currently interact with whatever you may be saying in the comments or anything like that. I hope you do enjoy the live stream or the video, depending on what you're watching. We're going to be entering part 3 of walkthrough now for episode 1, Batman Telltale.
It's me.
Whoop whoop. It's the Batmobile. Well, the Batcave as well. Episode 1. Been doing these in fairly short chunks. We're almost shadows. Every single time it kind of like hits the loading screen is when I've been changing it to another section so far.
Home invasions ripple through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in, with breaking and entering incidents up 40% over last year. Remember to keep those front doors locked tonight. And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. The notorious Batman was on the scene, but failed to secure the stolen items.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
Allegations that Dent may have actually been involved in the break-in. Talk about dirty politics. Does Hill's campaign accusations hold any water with the voters? Or will it be perceived as a desperate attempt from a flailing campaign to take down one of Gotham's most promising young politicians?
And in other news, we're now on day 3 of the factory fire that will not end. Crews have given up trying to combat the blaze at the Otisburg Processing Center, owned by Ace Chemical.
Nearly fell off a building for this?
Whatever's burning here has resisted everything the fire department has thrown at it. They're recommending people avoid the area and seek immediate treatment if you happen to breathe in any of that tar black smoke.
And one mobster's murder caused quite a headache for commuters this morning. The body of Falcone family capo Louis Pistachio Garmone was found hanging off the side of the 4th Street Bridge sometime just before dawn, causing traffic to back up for miles as the cops cut him down.
I'm just trying to work out where the Bat computer is, because I've just gone the wrong direction, I believe. I think. Because surely it's up there, but I don't like the way that the camera works in this game. But that's just a personal opinion. I assume it's here, but there's Gotham feed, the Codex.
2 more patients have gone missing from
Can't
Arkham
do anything
Asylum,
with that.
bringing the total number of
That's the main
escapees from the
screen.
half-prison, half-mental hospital to 15 this year. Only 3 have
Movie
been caught
tickets.
today, but all the escapees highlight the rough,
Data
some would
port
say
there again.
inhumane conditions at the aging asylum. The latest, twin brother and sister Leon and Valerie Hill should be considered dangerous if found. Authorities are asking that
Let's find out what was so important.
police immediately.
Encrypted.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theater. And yet I always find you here, in a dark, damp cave, in front of a computer.
Yeah, well, this is the only room that really matters.
Well, then you won't mind if I skip cleaning the rest. The dusting is murder. Did you find out what that, Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle. This is a map of the East Side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs, everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, the same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zeller back away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone. Before the game switched from billiards to cutthroat. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
I don't want anything to do with Falcone.
Well, he certainly showed interest in you. That's what worries me. For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. I'll check the Codex. Found her.
not much to find, apparently.
Few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
That's not the point. I want criminals to know I'm out there. Batman isn't hiding from anybody.
I was talking about Bruce. I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
I have a job to do, okay? A responsibility to this city. You know why I do this.
For the car, I presume?
Well, the car helps.
Oh yes, you drive that thing like a bat out of hell. Old men worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed. You two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
Do you think he might know something about the break-in? This Catwoman shows up around the same time Oswald comes back to town. Might not be a coincidence.
Oswald's crimes, numerous they may be, are on a much smaller scale than robbing City Hall.
Well, he was always trouble growing up, but it's the fun kind of trouble.
You both were. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this video up right now for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed. We're going to head over to another game now, and that's going to be Inside. So I hope you do enjoy. We'll have loads more Batman Telltale adventures coming up on the channel very, very soon. We're going to be moving over to Inside to finish off that walkthrough for you guys before we return to Batman once again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and of course, as always, subscribe. And we'll be back with some Inside very, very shortly.